Hey guys, it's Nemo Montoya, and I'm here with a bit of a commentary video, which is a little new for my channel, but we'll see if I continue on. If you guys like it, I will definitely be interested in doing that since, I enjoy listening to these sort of videos. Well, I thought I'd give it a shot myself. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of it, and any advice you have, and if you have something that you would like me to talk about that you think is pretty interesting, or funny, or whatever, just leave me a comment or just send me a message somewhere so that I can try to include that in my next video. Alright, so let's start off kind of this news with this investor meeting that EA had and released or let people hear. I'm not entirely sure what the background on it is, but I do know that it gave us some very interesting and important information for the future of, at least, I mean, it gave us some other stuff, but we were, as a Star Wars fan and someone who really likes Star Wars games, I'm going to be talking about the Star Wars gaming content that it may have hinted at in the future, and, okay, in the earnings call, EA released us a few numbers on how successful their Star Wars games have been and are. So apparently they've made so far $3 billion of Star Wars games and sold 52 million copies of their Star Wars games. So, this is a step in the right direction where EA is taking at least some direction to kind of acknowledge the success that the Star Wars games have, and how good their franchise could be. Anyway, Andrew Wilson, the CEO of EA, said that we should expect EA to continue to invest in its Star Wars brands and also create some new experiences across platforms in the future. So this, from the way I see it, possibly means a few things. We could possibly be getting some games like Star Wars Battlefront 3 and Jedi Fallen Order 2. At least people would really want those, and it's been pretty obvious that the community would be really interested in that, so, let's just hope. That, or it's also, people are expecting some sort of more Star Wars Battlefront content. I play Star Wars Battlefront 2 a lot, so people are either hoping that we get a Star Wars Battlefront 2 live updates and service back with some new kind of incentives to do microtransactions, but only for, like, cosmetics. It's pay to win doesn't become a thing. So I kind of prefer that idea because the version of Star Wars Battlefront 2 that I have costed like $60 or something like that. Yeah. So I would rather that I continue to be able to use that and it stays relevant rather than having to drop another $60 to get another game. Because honestly, I really don't care at all about cosmetics. They don't interest me that very much. I mean, I have been known to really like skins in games like Valorant once in a while, but it honestly doesn't really matter too much to me. So yeah, Star Wars Battlefront 3, Star Wars Battlefront 2, my opinion is I'd prefer to get live service back because it's already a full game built, and just adding more content would make it that much better. With the kind of new experiences thing, 'cause he was talking about investing in previously existing franchises, so, but also talking about new experiences, which I think would probably include, be smaller projects on the scale of kind of squadrons or something like that, but although not necessarily fighter combat oriented, but maybe something like a kind of more tactical based Star Wars game, which I think would be pretty neat. Just an idea of mine, but just kind of smaller type games with kind of a main gameplay quirk that makes it interesting. I think we might be seeing some more of that. I would really like to. I think EA really has the capability to really put out some really neat stuff, and I would really like to see that, and there's more things in the future. Another kind of message that EA executives put out were kind of displaying that they were not worried about losing their exclusivity. They were fine with it, and they're not worried about the incoming competition that other companies are going to bring in the Star Wars gaming content area. Honestly, if I was EA, I might be slightly worried, but it could also work out really well, being that other games that made by other developers could bring people and really make people interested in the Star Wars genre, which could in turn lead people into finding games like Fallen Order or Star Wars Battlefront and make EA even more money. So this could be a really good thing for EA in the end anyway. It's definitely most likely going to be a better thing for the players and content consumers, because it might make it so that EA strives a little bit more to really make content that the players are going to enjoy and want to buy or spend on stuff on, instead of going to something else. So I think this competition can be really beneficial for the Star Wars gaming market. Before I move on, though, I would like to say that the sheer amount of money that EA has made is just learning how much they've made. I'm a little bit disappointed in them because of decisions they've made to underfund kind of their, I think it would be subsidiaries. I'm trying to use vocab, but we'll see if I was right. Like Dice Games, which they put in charge of like Battlefield and also Star Wars Battlefront, which makes sense since they're kind of making the same style sort of games. But the thing is, they weren't giving them enough funding to pay enough people for each project. Instead, they were having to move people off some projects to like help get Battlefield 6 ready, which resulted in us losing like a kind of smaller storyline game that was in the works for like 3 or 4 years or something like that, and it was like nearly ready for release, or at least being, shown off, and it was close to being finished, and they killed it, which I think was really strange. EA makes some pretty questionable decisions, but well, I'm not an executive with millions of dollars, so I don't know how much I can really comment on it, but I will because I can. Alright, next, onto a more funny note. An Amber Alert in Texas was issued warning people to look out for Chucky the Killer Doll from those movies. I've never really seen them. Just some context. I'm guessing Chucky the Killer Doll sounds pretty redundant, being that I think just saying Chucky would do the thing. Yes, the thing. So yeah, apparently in the Amber Alert, Chucky had a full description with like clothes, height, and even the race being listed as doll. But apparently, that when asked about it, it was a malfunction, which I don't believe, because in order for actual malfunction to happen, I would guess that the data of an Amber Alert about Chucky would have to be saved and stored somewhere for use at some other time, and then some break in the program would have to send it out, which would be pretty strange, being that somebody would actually have had to put in the time to write an Amber Alert about Chucky and save it somewhere. But I mean, if Chucky does come to life and something were to actually happen, I would have to give my kudos to whichever conspiracy theorist saved it on the Amber database, or however that works. Alright, on to the next piece of news. After getting simped and memed to death, Lady Dimitrescu, I butchered that, didn't I? Anyway, she's just like villain in the newest Resident Evil Village game. But her hide got released by the game devs themselves. I had some hope for 2021, but this is like making me put that on pause. Cause I mean, this like woman is like some sort of psychopath with like big Wolverine claws, and then she stabs someone in the trailer. And then she, like, if I was being hunted in a life or death situation, I would not be checking out the chick coming at me with a fire axe. Like, anyway, this lady in the game, she's apparently 9 feet 6 inches, which is like absolutely insane. I googled it, and here's what I found for the height of the average woman. It's 5 feet 4 inches. I mean, imagine being 16 bananas tall. Not sure why I use that measurement, but please don't think into it that much. I was looking at some of the tallest people, and I saw this video thing come up in like the search results, and this guy was 9 feet 7 inches, and then someone took the liberty to nickname him Tall Man. Wow. Well, anyway, I'm gonna leave it off there for now. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, and maybe even hit that noti bell so that you can consume some of my content later. Also, if there's something you'd like me to talk about, again, just leave me a comment and let me know. Well, enjoy your day, and Enigma signing off.